And we just had a real conversation and none and a
Sure
boo boo.
did.
Y'all can't hear it.
Nope. Nope. And you know what though? They should have subscribed to Patreon, and then maybe we would have given them more exclusive insights to the conversations that go on before the show starts. But that's not a problem for those who are tuning in because the red light is officially on. And brothers, we have a new WWE World Heavyweight Champion in Drew McIntyre. But of course, the Wrestling Room is back this week to answer another $1 million question. Because can Drew McIntyre actually carry the WWE now? Not to mention what's going to happen with Cody Rhodes and what in the world is going on with Jacob Fatu. Was it on purpose? Did he mean to? Was it incidental? Who knows? We're going to get into all that and more, including we have to crown a brand new NXT champion. So, of course, buckle your seatbelts. The boys are back for another week. Let's get it.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yes!
That was a half. Ooh, I didn't even catch it.
Nah, I didn't catch it from the beginning.
Welcome to the Wrestle Around Now podcast, where we take a deeper dive into the world of professional wrestling. Now that will threw me off. I'm your host, the realness, the real Dwayne Allen, because I is in the building, and he is your host, Mr. Super Producer, not just Brother Hugh, but we know him here as A to the A to the S, T to the A to the D, T to the R to the D. Once again, of course, it is Brother Hugh. He's in the building, and he is your host, not just any guy, but the Belt King. Brandon the Guy is not in the building. More on that later. And he is your host, the man, the myth, the legend, the heart and soul, the founder of the Wrestling Realm. And as it rolled over to 2026, still a heel, Brian H. Waters. I'm not sure we're still calling you Mr. Steal Your Show, but I think we're close to it. And welcome to another episode of the Wrestling Realm Now podcast. Brothers, we're back for another week. It's been a lot. I say this every week. I say the same thing every time I get on here. It's been a lot going on, everybody. But it's true. I say that line every week, but it's the truth. A lot has once again happened. The WWE has you hear that from Matt Reichel. The WWE have been brought on a European tour, and some things have happened. Some things have transpired, and we have a brand new WWE champion. But not without controversy, is because we had a returning Jacob Fatu. That seems to be the reason that Cody Rhodes has dropped the title. So, like I said before the intro started, today we're going to answer another $1 million question.
No, Cody Rhodes is the reason that he lost the title.
Brother Hugh starting already. Can Drew McIntyre carry WWE at this point? Now, there's a lot to get into, and we'll get into that. Brother Hugh's already starting, but I'd be remiss if I didn't remind folks that here at the Wrestling Realm, we do things a tad bit differently than the average individual. Maybe because we have been doing this for 15 years. We are celebrating the 15th anniversary, 15 years, goodness gracious, of the Wrestling Realm in live and live in color. Now, one of the things we take pride here in the Wrestling Realm is always trying to look at things from a different perspective and bring thoughts and conversations to professional wrestling like nobody else has, especially from the perspective of rather intelligent fans. So, once again, we like to thank everybody for supporting us for so many years. 15 years of the Wrestling Room. It's been a lot. It's been a long time coming. It's been a lot going on. But like I said, in 2026, we will be celebrating all year long There will be new content, new shows, new things coming out. And I'm excited to get into it. We mentioned it last week. A lot of the things that we're getting into, and a lot of stuff has already gone into pre-production. This one, for example, look at this. The Wrestle Room Home Videos. We're going to do a 15-year retrospective of all the stuff that we have done over the last 15 years. And quite honestly, I am rather nervous. This is going to be a doozy, but like I said, you got to stay tuned to the show every week in our social media pages, as we'll be dropping hints and different teasers and things as we get closer and closer to those dates. But like I said, if you're not familiar with what we've done the last 15 years, why don't you take 2 minutes to catch up?
Soothe your soul.
And
Doesn't it soothe your soul?
There you have it. 15 years of the restaurant. We will be celebrating and celebrating and celebrating. But today we're going to be celebrating because we're back for another week of superior wrestling intellect over the airwaves, over the video space, over social media, as we all know that you enjoyed it. Brothers, how's everybody feeling? I know I did a rather extensive intro today, but how is everybody feeling? We're blessed to be here once again, and Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, has his title run has come to an abrupt end. What's going on? How's everybody feeling about this? I'm what I'm going to do. Like, I'm purposely trying to get everybody just like the 2 cents at all, because I got a bad feeling this might go left field as soon as we get this conversation started. So I might just like, you know what? Go ahead, everybody. Go ahead and say what you got to say. How's everybody feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling good. You came in. That's why I couldn't do the woo super loud. It's 15.
That joint like got stuck, and I was like, is it me?
You didn't hear me yet? Because I definitely hollered out for the 15th year. We're gonna do it like this.
Oh and wow, we didn't.
Yeah,
that brother, you.
I didn't hear none of that.
He needs some of that tea that you got, because your microphone was not feeling you. That joint said.
We're gonna blame the company that we're not gonna give advertising to, but if you know, you know. But yeah, man, it couldn't have happened at a better time to a better person. It's year 15. Wow. You know what's so incredible about this? Because y'all gotta understand, in year 15, as we're celebrating this, Drew McIntyre has always been one of my wins with the real Dwayne Allen.
It has.
If you ever wonder why I can't stand John Morrison, Johnny Nitro, Johnny TV, Johnny Impact, Johnny AEW, Johnny Elite, whatever he want to call himself, it's because this guy was right. And I was like, no, man, he gonna be all right. I was excited.
It sounded like you said I was right. I'm sorry.
You ain't lying.
I was. And it was funny because I was bringing this up. Braun Breaker versus CM Punk, first match on Raw to start the new year. First main event championship match on the first Raw, right? The first championship match of the year. That's the word I'm looking for. Well, if you remember, in 2011, we got that with Johnny Nitro and The Miz, John Morrison and The Miz. And I was like, okay.
By the way, I'm just saying.
Well, allow me to
please do
insert my historian superior wrestling intellect and remind the people that was the match for Monday Night Raw. And I remember being that the almighty Blue Box couldn't wait to get the TVs off so that I could get home. Wow.
Yeah.
And
there you go. I'll do it much more better than he would anyway.
Yeah. So, and I remember that match, and he didn't win, and I said, that's all right, he'll be back. And then what happened? The night that they had compromised and America took over, he was in that match with Cena. And I said, okay, one of these days, and it never happened. So when Drew McIntyre got the boot, and he was, he was all baby face, straight face Drew McIntyre.
It was.
And I said, you know what? My guys will come back. And then I say, you know, at the time he was demoted. I said, he gonna get back. He's gonna be a champion. And Realness like, nah, man, it's done. It's over. But he came back and he is your world heavyweight champion, and he's sleeping good, and he's officially not bored at work. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this show.
Yeah, you just trust me. Yeah, I got a feeling this is going to be one of those shows for you, Brian H. And Brother Hughes looking to start trouble too. But you're absolutely
I'm
right.
chilling.
No, you're not. It's because Brian H. is going to piss you off. I got a feeling. I'm telling you, I got a feeling. So I never, when I saw Drew McIntyre. Now, shout out to give great credit where credit is due. Vince McMahon is a visionary, and sometimes he sees things way before we do. And in the time that he gives it to us, we're like, still, this isn't it. But it doesn't mean because he hasn't been wrong about a lot of his hand picked chosen ones. And now when I saw him, I definitely wouldn't. When I saw Drew McIntyre, first of all, the music was too slow. He was too skinny. He's too baby face. And I went completely into Dusty Rhodes mode.
No, baby, that's for somebody else. We're just going to keep you right where you're at right now.
That's how I felt about Drew McIntyre. But yes, this is the one thing that Brian H. has always held over my head when it comes to Drew McIntyre. When he came back, and it was around a time where Drew Galloway was at the height of his indie run, and it was kind of rumblings that, okay, he's looking to settle back in. And Brian H., I felt like he was just waiting, like, here it comes Realness. And I'm like, well, you know, I know guys don't go to NXT and don't stay there too long, but he was clearly a man amongst boys, you know, even after he got hurt. But I give you credit where credit is due, Brian H. This is the one you get, especially after John Morrison, because did we do a show about I feel like we did some type of
did not waste
about we did who's the Marty Jannetty type thing. We had that conversation.
Oh, we had a conversation at some point, yeah, definitely. And you know,
we did.
No, it came on one of the shows in like season 2 or 3.
Okay,
because that's when I really couldn't live it down.
Yeah, you really couldn't. You had a bad.
Well, record. I should say season 2. Yeah, and that's the reason why.
Season 3 was the one episode, and I can't.
Yeah, so and that's the reason why, you know, when my man's came back, I was excited. Drew McIntyre, and you know, I try to tell you, you know, I mean, but yeah, Johnny Nitro. Yeah, that's why I said I don't like calling it the Mario Jannetty no more. It's the Johnny Nitro.
Ah, man, see,
or the John Morrison.
That's the thing about that, though, right? Because isn't Marty Jannetty a tad bit more popular than John?
Right. Like,
I mean, he helped revolutionize tag team wrestling.
Yes.
Huh? What did John Morrison do? He participated.
and that's what empty tag team members do. They participate.
Well, guess what?
He ain't lying.
Side note. This is where I throw a random wrestling wrong fact.
Go ahead. Bye.
Did you know Razor Ramon never wrestled in a Royal Rumble match?
No, yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
When?
Oh my gosh! Excuse me. Yeah. No, first of all, he hit the home. It's only 14 days into the New Year, so I can still say it. He hit the Home Alone reference, you know. Wow. But Scott Hall, Razor Ramon.
Right.
He ain't lying.
I was watching Royal Rumble 96, and he comes out with
yes, he did.
And I was like, why does Razor never? And I said he was always Intercontinental Champion, or in '93 challenging Bret Hart for the WWE title.
It's terrible.
What?
Bad idea all the way across the board. Not a good idea.
What? Which was what? What? Fake Scott. Well, and it's funny because before this match is Razor versus Goldust. You know, Goldust wins, and Mr. Perfect has one of his very, very, very few memorable calls. Maybe just for me because I've watched a lot of this over and over again. Goldust has all the gold now, but right before this match is that skit with the Nacho Man and the Huckster.
Yeah. Right. Millionaire Ted skit.
Yeah. USA said, "Stop it!"
Little feathers.
Stop doing it. Yo, I told you I recently watched that, right? The documentary again.
It's good, isn't it?
The Vince doc? Yeah, well, this is my second watch. I just watched the whole series again.
Okay. No, it's funny we watch all types of things. Sometimes you watch things twice. You watch it back to try to figure out things.
Oh, I done watched The Last Dance like 3 or 4 times. That's so good.
Absolutely.
You know?
You had to.
Wonderful content.
Yeah.
That's that's masterful work. There's always time for masterful work. But and speaking of masterful work, I like how we transition to these things. It's easy for us to come in and to rant and to rave, but because we are the wrestling realm and we've done this for we've done this for 15 years this year. It's our responsibility to bring some perspective and some education. So we have to help the people understand the importance of Drew McIntyre becoming WWE Champion, how it made him look, how it made Cody Rhodes look, and more importantly, how it made Jacob Fatu look. But without further ado, let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into the show. We're going to ask our co-hosts, Apollo Creed and Rocky Balboa, to do us the ceremonious thing to do. I don't know. And ring the bell so we can get this goddamn show started the correct way. So, gentlemen, could you do us the honors and ring the bell so we can start the show properly, please?
Want to ring the bell? Ding, ding.
Every week we do a segment called What Did You Watch? So the brothers go back, and in case you haven't noticed, after all these years, we watch a lot of wrestling. But we watch so much, and we don't always have time to catch up with each other throughout the week and through group text because we're grown and we're busy and we got all time types of things going on. So when we come to the show, we like to catch up on, hey, what did you watch? And we always ask the question, hey, what you guys get into this week? So without further ado, that's why we have this segment known as What Did You Watch? All right, brothers, I'm not going to waste any time. I watched NXT, and there was an announcement that was made. It was by Ava, and she got in that ring, and it was surrounded by a lot of young talent, a lot of fresh faces, and she just flat out said it. Hey, we have got to name a new NXT champion. There will be a 6-man ladder match to crown a brand new NXT champion. Now, we would not be. Hold on, let me go on the big screen because I gotta, I'm stepping on my soapbox.
Okay, talk your stuff.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Here we go. Buttons. Okay. We would not be the wrestling realm if we just sat there and just took that at face value. There is more to this question. There is more to this title match than just who's going to be the next NXT champion. It's because if we pay attention to what we're seeing, gentlemen, congratulations. We have just watched another generation of superstars created in NXT that have made their way to the main roster. And guess what? They have officially hit the reset button once again, which means we get to watch another crop of fresh superstars finally get the rub they've been looking for. And now we get to figure out who's next, who's going to be the ones that they're investing in, who's going to get opportunities, who's going to fall by the wayside, who is going to help carry this brand, who's going to develop into the next star to bring life to SmackDown, just as a lot of the call-ups did, or bring life to Raw just as much as a lot of the call-ups did. This is it's something we shied away from the first time. Is because when we turned on NXT, it was a bunch of crayons spilled all over our television screen, and we didn't know what was going on. But because we've experienced that, I think in context, we kind of know what's going on. So it's a bigger question at play. It's not just about who's going to be the next NXT champion. My question to you, brothers, because in true wrestling realm fashion, who is going to be the next flag bearer for this brand? Who is going to help elevate new superstars? Which superstar is a diamond in the rough, just waiting to get that polish and get that rub? And what crop of talent are we paying attention to help us get to a space where we see, hey, this is the next generation of WWE superstars, not just stars. We talking superstars, brothers. Talk to me. Where we at? Where we at on all this? We talked about it earlier, and I purposely didn't say anything because I wanted to save it for the show. But
You definitely didn't say anything.
See?
Man, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know because I'm trying. I'm trying to see it.
No, I gotta put this on it. Mr. Positivity. Mr. Positivity. You got nothing to say? No optimism?
I think what we're going to see right now, everybody you see as far as men's superstars will be on that roster for a minimum 2 years. I think it's the ultimate reset button. You'll crown a champion by default because you need one, which would probably be Ricky Saints. And as Ricky Saints is the champion, he's still got like Ricky Saints is still like really developing. That's the part.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Hold on. Say that again for the people in the back. Did you guys hear what Brian H just said?
Yeah, because I know you thought I was gonna say something different.
No, I'm shocked. I don't want people to misconstrue what you just said. Can you say it one more time? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Ricky Richard Saints. I don't know if that's his real name, but
you kept calling Ricky Starks on your show on Wrestle for the Culture, by the way.
I did. I did.
The entire time. I was like, I don't know if he's doing this on purpose or it's like.
I promise you I wasn't, but that's the problem.
Okay. All right.
Because I haven't got the AEW dust off of him yet.
Hold on.
He ain't lying.
I gotta get all this.
Cue that up again, or the NWA dust off of him.
Dang, hold on.
He ain't lying.
Yes.
And that's because now I feel like he's in huge sink or swim mode because now we got Oba. Like I love the promo, loved every bit of it.
Which one?
What he said last night when he said he sent the 3. You know, he got him out of there.
Did you buy it?
Why you asking questions?
I'm sorry. I went into complete. You shocked me, Brian H. You have been completely objective today. Like, wait a minute, no Brian H. bias. What's going on? I got to take full advantage of the situation. You have to forgive me.
He has.
Brother, you look at him. He's so uncomfortable. Say it. That's right. I want the culture and everybody to hear you because we think we all brothers. We supposed to just go with certain things, but go and take a sip. Brian, ladies and gentlemen, Brian is about to break it down.
And then you throw him on there.
Good. I'm sorry.
Somebody mid. No, I just think Ricky Saints, you got to hit the ultimate reset button with him and really give him he really sits in that WWE school. Right, especially since you changed the name, and you changed the character. So I look at him and I look at Ethan Page, right, personally, and because we've had Ricky Saints as the NXT champion, and I didn't hate it. I just kind of wish that it would have been we wouldn't have seen Oba no more, right? But I also liked Oba leaving the title. Sure. So in that case, I would have rather Ricky's moment just come naturally, right? And then I look at Ethan Page and I'm like, well, that's kind of who should be taking this right now. But then I'm thinking,
what do you say? Are you listening to this, brother? What do you say?
I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it.
I just want to make sure
agreeing with
no, because all right, here's the thing. Because when I saw Ethan Page come into NXT. His personality and his confidence level,
there you go,
immediately posed a threat to Trick Williams, and that's why he was able to take the title from Trick Williams. And then he's getting a mid card together. So I want to see that from Ricky Saints, and I'm starting to see more. But and so now I'm watching. You asked me, was I buying it?
Did you buy that?
I never buy anything when you saying you kick somebody off a show. I'm not,
especially when it's not true.
That's the thing. I'm not the 6-year-old that watch Mr. Perfect pin Ric Flair in a loser leaves town match on Monday Night Raw, the second episode or third episode of Monday Night Raw, and then Mr. Perfect stayed on Raw and Flair went back across the street to WCW. I'm not that wrestling fan anymore.
Can I interject a comment real quick? Because you're on fire right now. I'm sorry, you're sizzling. Because you said that. You said because you're not that 6-year-old kid, right? Who is NXT caters? What audience is that for?
Adults.
Okay, all right.
The die-hard wrestling fan.
Okay.
So that's the reason why I'm looking at him and I'm like, it's got to be something more. I love the passion in the promo. I love the delivery. But now I was like, okay, let me see how else you handle this. I did like him being kind of all over the show, coming out there telling Ava to award him the championship. I love Ava as GM because she don't take no smack from nobody.
Are you buying that from him?
You know why?
She's baby boss.
She's baby boss.
So again, I'm not buying, but I'm holding.
Okay, all right.
I'm not selling. I'm holding.
We got them.
So I want to. I'm holding. Because there's other people. Thanks for the repost, Jermaine. There's other people. Like it's a lot of people. Like I'm ready to see get going. Right. Lexus King. I always look at most of the time with like your favorite wrestlers and legacy kids. You either love them or you hate them. Right. Most of the time I love them. Right. Clearly, Curtis Axel didn't work out. But I can't even take credit for Charlotte Flair because I was never a Flair guy. But I love me some Charlotte Flair.
She's amazing, by the way.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see Lexus King, but he needs a lot of polishing.
Yes, he does.
And then you got this Evolve class that's coming up. So that's the reason why I said, okay, these people are going to be dancing together for a while. And I take back, if anybody goes to the main roster soon, it would be Ethan Page. But even him, don't rush him. Because you gotta sell CW advertising ads, So then when I look at and right now I'm looking at like, oh, wait a minute. Overall, women's wrestling down there because the best booker in the world, HB Kizzle, is telling incredible stories with and without the title.
All right, I got it.
No, it's cool because we're talking and we're queuing. More on that later. So that's the thing. So I'm like, okay, with Shawn Michaels, because I was looking at Blake Monroe and I'm saying, I'm still seeing Mariah May.
Hey,
the difference is she has a name change. So I'm not quick to say Mariah May. Ricky Saints is a little still close, but with her, I'm not touching that mat. I don't talk about their business that allegedly. But with her and Jada Parker feuding, that's a solid. We got beef. Those two beautiful ladies you want on television, that you want on the CW network,
mainstream television, absolutely.
Because guess what? Look what's on CW. All them shows that other people watch and y'all watch and stuff, you put Blake Monroe in there. I called it and it happened. My man Trick Williams, before he was wearing the lemon pepper steppers, crossed over to All American.
Yeah.
And I said this, and I asked Jada herself. I said, wouldn't you want to be on that show? Like, you're a former collegiate athlete. This is the last season, so probably not. But you put these crossovers. They used to do this on USA Television back in the day, before wrestling was like such a cash grab. Like, we gotta have wrestling. When they wanted to get, you remember Bret Hart used to be on some of them USA shows that we didn't watch. Yeah, you remember? So
was it Nash Bridges or something like that? I don't know.
I think it was Nash Bridges. Wasn't he a cowboy in one of them?
Stone Cold was on there, but Bret was a cowboy or something.
Stone Cold's definitely on Nash Bridges. That's who it was. Stone Cold. Bret Hart did do a couple television spots. He thought he was going to be an actor. He lied to himself. I'm glad he came back to Russell in '96. It's good idea.
Right. You're looking at that. You're looking at people like the J.C. Janes and, Fatal Influence. If anybody, they may have to get called up if Jade Cargill keeps, putting people on the shelf, especially because you want her to just you probably do more crossovers. But as far as the men concerned, the men's division on Raw and SmackDown is loaded when you really think about it. So this is the time with NXT where you might send some people down to kind of get going. I mean,
like who?
Or Apollo Crews.
He was already there.
He has his spot on main event. He's taking over that role.
Well, yeah, that's true. But when he's not on the road, just give the people some good matches. Okay. You got all them Grandes, Americanos, and Bravos and stuff.
I don't want to talk about that.
Right.
We just said this in the group text. It's our subject.
What?
Pete Dunne. Come on, man. Remember,
Right.
just tweeted
He's
it.
one of them?
Retweeted it.
Come on, bro.
I didn't realize he was one of them.
No, baby, that's
Don't
for
act
somebody
stupid,
else.
man.
We're just gonna
I
keep
promise
right where
you,
we
I
at
haven't.
now.
They said it was him and Tyler Bate.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Brian.
Michael
My
Cole,
bad.
He mentioned it on Raw.
Bro, I don't watch with the commentary on most of the time. I wouldn't even
messing up because that's
sometimes
the storytelling part of it. You know this.
not all. I'll go back and look at it, but yo, if I'd have known that, I wouldn't even brought that. I'm sorry. My brother apologized to you
because I tweeted it and you retweeted it, and you.
I just thought you just because you didn't see him on television.
We're in front of company, and you said that. I'm like, why would you say that out loud?
I thought it was because you didn't see him on television. No. That's why. No. But yeah, you know.
Just
so
say
that's
my bad.
Thing.
That's on me.
I just said my bad.
You ain't say it was on me though.
I'm not saying everything you want me to say. How you want me to say it?
It's fine.
But yeah, it just looking at NXT, I just think that right now it's going to be very interesting to see how we move forward. And I think the superstars down there, I think. We're going to see them be built, but there's going to be a lot of rinse and repeat. Ava put out the videos that they don't have new stars. She was basically saying what people just said. Yeah, Shawn Michaels said, "Look,
be patient with this. We're creating new stars."
Shawn Michaels he wears the chef hat for a reason. Amen. And I always say this: if you tell me which booker to trust, it's going to be him because he knows his audience. And I was even watching Dark State, that main event earlier today, and I was like, okay, it's not that bad, I just gotta watch it. So
it's I think to your point, one of the hardest things that we as wrestling fans have to do, or what's being asked of us, is patient, because that's what I mean. That's hard for us to do, because it's like you look at somebody, you go, all right, I don't see it. But you're telling me this is the guy, just give us some time. I'll give you an example. Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes. I was like, all right, look, don't just put some fly black guys in front of me and think I'm supposed to support them because I'm a brother. Nah, man, you come on now. Don't they gotta, I want to see, and then look at them now. I'm like, yep, I know exactly. First of all, they don't even look like they were together at one point. They have two different characters. Like, and the main thing I always said, Brian H, who is he? When you say, oh, this person's this, that, and third, I say, who is he? Who is he? Oh, he says, Carmelo Hayes says he's him. I'm like, where? You can tell me that all you want, but now you got to prove it. But when I see Carmelo Hayes now, I say, oh, nah, he's definitely him. You see what I'm saying? Like, I see who you've been saying that you are. Same way with Trick Williams. Trick Williams, we said before, like, oh, yeah, because remember he had a dark match, and we saw him on main event.
On Raw.
And even from what we saw then to who he is now, it's like he has a full-blown character now. When he says 1-800 whoop that, I'm like, bro, this dude is like, I'm a big deal and I'm carrying on. He's going after all the heavy hitters. He's backstage handing out business cards. Like, look, man, you need to sign me ASAP. I'm in my ring with my living pepper steppers. He's calling out everybody. He's Sami Zayn, Randy Orton. I'm like, okay, cool.
You're in the ring with them. You don't just talk. He knew he had to hold up his end of the bargain. And I'm sure Randy said, okay, he was with Sammy, cool. Let me get some of that.
He's still like he's in the ring, like trying to keep up. Like, oh, this is different up here. This is a different level of
talent. I mean, it's going to be it's going to be a learning curve. But I did feel he looked like he belonged.
Yeah,
and I was ready for it. So I thought, it's going to be interesting to see how he navigates this. Obviously, there's no rush. Bingo! There's no rush for the world title.
I don't subscribe to that. I don't know why people want to.
I just think necessary.
Not at
all. But the fun fact is, watching him come out there and say it, because Trick Williams' thing is he's overconfident. And Melo said that. But Melo said like that's him. Like he said when they first went up to Raw, and they went. Or SmackDown. He said, man, because what is he? He's an athlete. He's a former football player, former NFL prospect, practice squad member, and he's like, man, we gotta go in there, we gotta show them who we are. He said, whoa, hey, that's not how you do it in this business. He said, and he understood it. He said, I get that's how you gotta be confident when you go on the field, you play football. in wrestling, we don't go in the Roman Reigns locker room. He said, "You about to get us kicked out quick."
Right.
You know. So when they was doing those dark matches, and he's applying that, but the thing about Trick Williams is you can see that he is under the tutelage of Booker T, of Shawn Michaels. You can see he's listening and applying. And even Brother Hugh saw him and Mello do the little thing at Wale Mania. When Trick walks out, he meets the airport test, just like his lady.
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
and both of them, when you whoa, who that? I don't know who that is, but I need their autograph.
Absolutely.
You know?
And that's how it's supposed to be. You supposed to walk into every room like you own it. So and they definitely foot the bill. So it's like it's to that point. Sometimes it's hard to see it when they tell us, "Hey, look, these are the ones." We're like,
all right, I gotta say it.
event,
I was trying not to. I
No,
was
go
trying
ahead,
not
say
to.
Yeah,
Spill the beans.
here comes Brother Hugh.
That's the problem.
I'm just pushing all these sound buttons all night. By the way, fellas, I just want you to know, it's lots of sound for tonight's show.
That's the problem I have with Ricky Saints.
Okay,
I saw Ricky Saints at the fashion and wrestling panel,
we're getting a lot of discussions tonight. This is great.
South by Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that many people in the room. Definitely
Okay.
wrestling fans.
It's nice.
And I'm trying to say, no, I mean, this is public information. This isn't, me talking. Yeah.
Giving your opinion about this. This is all facts, right?
But I was watching him and I was just like, he looked like one of us. Shout out to my man Seahawk, had more aura.
Yikes.
And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Because Cam, that's my bro, and I know he probably like, come on, man, you ain't got to talk about my man Ricky like that. But in that moment now, and I tried to say at that time, I was like, okay, in all fairness, AEW
again. He's gonna be like, he was one on your show talking about me.
Right.
Tell him what your name is.
AEW did have him on ice.
Mm-hmm.
4 minutes.
And it feels like that ice is still finishing a little bit of defrost.
Wow.
And with Shawn Michaels is, we'll be having we'll have a different conversation a year from now.
Shawn Michaels is patient. Brother Hugh, oh my goodness. Look, Brian Hayes kind of went in a little bit. And
Hey, bro.
And as the words of Shawn Michaels, follow that.
I can't top that. That brother was cooking. Everything he said is what I've been saying before.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to believe me. He want to go against me just because I'm Hugh. I'm Has the third. You know what I'm saying?
I'm Hugh. I'm Has the third.
So I sat there the whole time, let you cook, let you talk, and repeat what I said before. You feel me? So thank you, Brian E. You know what I'm saying, for reiterating what I said before. Okay.
Brother,
good job. Yes, sir.
Since that's the case, and I got you in a hot seat, I can't let you off the hook that fast because I love Brother Hugh's insights is because it's so brutally honest.
Me too. Brother Hugh be looking good on the hot seat too.
Usually, there you go, bro. Usually Brian H has his Brian H bias, bro. love the Marvin the Martian mug, by the way. If you're not watching tonight, I don't know what's going on or what's in the air. Maybe probably because it's about to snow by the time we're done recording this.
It's supposed to snow?
It's supposed to around 1 or 2 o'clock this morning. Tomorrow morning. That's what they said. It's a lot of shenanigans.
I really need to watch the weather.
just check the weather app on your phone.
That's why my kids staying up. I'm like, y'all better go to bed.
They like, nah, I think we got 2 hours late tomorrow.
One flurry. That's all it takes.
These days, these days. Remember back in the day, Baltimore City never got out.
Never.
Never.
Like, what?
Kids was going to school in the snow. You're like, oh, that sucks for you. We follow Baltimore County. Like, but your school is in the city. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter at all.
Anyways, brother,
it's where the teachers lived.
There you go.
Right.
That's what it is. They never said that though. So that's not the information they give you on the news. Ricky said, Brian H has had a Usher moment, and because these are his confessions.
Thank That was good. It was powerful.
And like you said, brother Hugh, you have said this is something you've said before. Like, man, I'm not sure I'm buying this 100%. But you know how Brian is. He's always for the culture. You know, he's gonna support the brothers, and I respect that.
Absolutely.
We all do. But it's like, yo, we still got standards too, though, right? Especially when we see 3 major black superstars like heating up. Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, and Obafemi. So you can't tell me I don't know what a star looks like, because you've shown me that you know what a star looks like, right? So we have Ricky Saints, and Brian H pretty much said, look, I'm not seeing it, because once again, we can claim what it is, but when you see it, you're like, oh no, I know what it is. I see what, if nobody else is in a room and he says, hey, I'm it, you're like, okay, well, that have nothing to compare it to. But then you see Obafemi, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. You see Trick Williams, you're like, oh, okay, cool. When you see I'm drawing a blank, what's her name? Trick Williams' wife. I just no.
Lash Legend.
Lash Legend. Excuse me, I apologize. You look at her and go, oh yeah, that's it. Don't do that, Brian H.
No.
Crazy word.
And
I wasn't even like that.
I told you, I don't know what's going on. So right, and now he's saying all these things. I'm like, wait a minute, look at you turning the corner saying these things, taking the Brian H. By side of it, brother Hugh. What is it about Ricky Saints that doesn't come off as a big superstar, especially somebody that was highly touted to leave AEW? Because I think that's why he got put on ice. I don't know for sure. This is my speculation. You know, it was a couple of situations that he kind of made it seem like he preferred to be in WWE, and he was kind of like just cutting his teeth in AEW to get an opportunity. So when he showed up, he shows up in the audience to a big, a big pop, he wasn't just a regular guy coming in. And there's a level of expectation because he's somebody that we're familiar with from a different company, right? But what is it about him right now that's not screaming, hey, this is the face of this place? And you would think on paper, at least, hey, he should be the guy. But there's things about him, it's like, I don't know why this is not connecting, or I don't know why this is not coming off larger than life as far as screaming superstar. He's it. He's the one. He's the, the guy that should be carrying this banner moving forward. What is it that has us as wrestling fans, especially from your perspective, looking at him that way, which Brian H has so eloquently confessed for the first time live on this show?
Hey man, I for a long time I've been calling him Ricky Aints.
Oh, I didn't do that.
He'll earn the S later. You know what I'm saying? But
Ouch.
I don't. Like
Yikes,
you said, it's
that
the whole,
was
it's
brutal.
the whole thing with
It's not nice.
it's the whole thing with the it factor. You don't know how to explain it.
Yes,
but when
you
you
go.
see it, you know it.
This
so
is why I like these takes. This is good.
With what we've seen so far is a babyface Ricky Saints, right? And I think we have extra high expectations of him because we know he's the best friend of who? Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like not fair, and we do have to be a little bit more patient. But at the same token, you're coming from AEW, where you were pretty much one of the top guys.
A big platform, by the way.
Exactly. Yes, you were put on ice. We're going to take that into consideration. But you come over to the E now, and you're Cody Rhodes, just like top. You like his best friend. Like we expect you to be on point with it. We know you got it takes time for you to gather yourself, this, that, whatever. But you're supposed to be the guy right now.
Yeah.
And you're not giving it.
No, it's not.
Like the promos, they're passionate, but they don't hit all the time for me.
That's,
you know what I'm saying? Like
exactly what I wanted him to say, because I can't wait to piggyback. This is setup. I just threw the oop and brother, you dunked it between the legs. LeBron James late style. Miami Heat.
No, LeBron. Don't do that one.
Come on, D-Wade and LeBron together. It was Lob City.
You're right though. You're right though.
You know the pose we thought it would be just.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I don't know, man. His in-ring ability, like we know is good. He can wrestle. He can tell a story.
The talent is there.
It's just he's not believable.
Yes,
he's not believable as the guy as of right now. Now, what I can say is that
yes,
with this heel turn,
poets. Yes,
I'm hoping.
Everybody's confessing tonight, brother.
I see it.
You did you see it? Did you see the comment?
I see it.
Did you see the comment?
Yeah. Going crazy. But like as the top guy, like he has this heel turn now, and I'm hoping that he's going to turn the leaf over, and we're going to see a little bit more of his character work, and he's going to be able to interact with the crowd a little bit more, get a little bit more of a response, a better response from the crowd. Because, like I said, as a babyface, there was a lot of times he came out and there was crickets. I'm just saying.
Chirp.
I'm just saying.
Have no crickets.
I was highly. They forced it. Number one, like I said, because of who he knows. That's why I feel like, and who he is, or who he was supposed to be coming from AEW, because big acquisition. Sure. But I feel like they forced it with the Oba situation. He should never beat Oba for me.
No, in the world, there's no way in the world. That was like, God, am I believing that, bro?
I mean, and one reason I can't believe him either, because of that little DDT he does. I'm like, okay. So
you're offended by that.
Hey, man.
All right.
Remember,
I've seen better DDTs, buddy. But
the body slam was a finisher at one point.
Right.
How long ago was that?
Right.
I mean, a DDT, that joint hurt.
It's
you get somebody with a DDT. Oh my gosh! I kid you. I didn't write this.
He's no Raven.
What you call it? Just came on, popped up on my screen. Jake the Snake.
You see what I'm saying? Like
when he when he threw the snake in the Royal Rumble and it fell on Jerry Lawler.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's no pizzazz at all. That character, like I said, we have to be patient, because now he's in the midst of a character change, and I'm hoping and praying, and I'm pretty sure they are too, because he's supposed to be the guy in NXT that's going to take over from Obafemi. That's what they were alluding to earlier on when he took the belt from Obafemi. But what happened is he wasn't getting over the way they wanted him to. So they say, we need you, buddy. We need you.
Hey, listen,
come back.
Come on back. But I know we had plans, but we'll get to it. We're just going to switch it around a little bit because
absolutely. So I mean, to be honest, I feel like for the near future, he is supposed to be the guy. As far as who is actually going to be yes.
Yeah.
As far as who's actually going to be the guy,
yes.
I want to say Ethan Page, but Ethan Page
too easy, right?
Yeah, like he doesn't even need to be up there. You see what he's doing with the mid-card title.
I know.
He's making that feel like the championship.
He's got Jay Lethal vibes going on right now.
Absolutely. So now this is the opportunity to build a new star. Well. So who are we gonna go with?
Well.
The field is. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, I was about to say the field is just wide open at this point. I don't even know who to pick. Because I know a lot of people like Miles Bourne. I mean, I had my beef with him because he uses the zigzag as his finisher.
Randy Orton Jr.
Right. But I like Deion Lennox. He's growing on me for sure. Keanu Carver. I've been saying it ever since Evolve.
He has made. He's my first time seeing him on the clip. I saw what you guys sent in the group text. I wasn't familiar with the brother, but I saw it. His first impression for me on that platform made me go, okay, let me go see what this young man is about. That's a good thing. That's a great sign when you can get anybody, especially someone like me. I don't like anything or anybody. So when you catch my attention, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Oh, this is right. Let me go see what this dude's got going on, because he looked good, and the way he was, I guess. We all know production, and the way he was dominant in where everybody was fighting, and he kind of made his way. He was. It's like they were subtly telling us, like, "Hey, look, man, he's a big deal. Look what he's doing." Through somebody in the audience, through somebody in the crowd. I was like, okay. They're telling us, like, "Hey, man, he's the guy to look out for. He looks like the most dangerous person out here right now."
Yep.
Yeah.
So I have big plans to go back and check out what he's got going on. Like, let me see what's going on with this brother. I wasn't familiar with him before, but hey, you've given me a reason, which is what you're supposed to do, to go see what's going on with this guy. So
he's next up, man. He's next up. For right now, like, all he got to do is he got to work on his promo skills, a little bit of the character work, but his presence is there.
But that's the biggest thing. That's the key word right there. You get an air horn for that one.
Thank you.
Because that's what you need to say, okay, wait a minute, I see you now. Now let's keep watching. You know what I mean? You don't have to have it all together. We do know that as much as Brother Guy says it is developmental. Like, so, because it's developmental because once you create the stars, you don't get the benefit from them as much. You have to send them on their way. And then you got to start that process all over again. You can't erase that process. The process is the process.
That was the first lesson I got in independent wrestling. You want to sit there, build a star, help them develop, and let them fly.
Yeah, and that's, and you have to be okay with that. Like, you can't be like, no, stay here with us and be the king of the independents. You have to say, nope, he's over now. We've done our job, but then
that look good for you.
Bingo, you benefit. Now you can say, look what he was able to do with us, and look, you know what I mean. And then you can look forward to the next, I guess, the next crop of talent, man. To your point, Brother Hugh, when you talk about Ricky Saints, I've been saying this for a while. I've been putting this out. And even we had a comment from one of the viewers that was like, does it seem like it's forced? And I'm like, thank you. That's what I've always been saying, because he cuts promos like the Hurricane. He reminds me of when the Hurricane cuts promos. He's like, yeah, I'm the Hurricane, and I'm gonna do that. What's up with that? Like, that's how he comes off. And I'm like, is he joking right now? Is he trying to be funny?
Bro. That's crazy, but yes.
Look at the Hurricane. As the character, he's like, I'm the Hurricane, and I come here, and I'm gonna let you know what it is. But the Hurricane is trying to be funny, like he's playing a character. You forgot his pills. You know, it's like, and I'm like, wait a minute, why? I can't tell if Ricky Saints is being serious or he's joking. But like, I'm like, oh, he was dead serious and all this stuff. And it's like, even when he comes out, yeah, Ava, give me the belt, because I'm the guy, and I shouldn't have to do nothing. So go and give me the belt. I'm like, what, bro? To me, he needs a complete reset. He's got to hurt somebody to really. He has to, if he's going to turn heel, he has to like find the most over person on the roster, and literally brutally beat them. I'm talking like stand over them, bust them open with a chair, and then wipe the blood on his face, lick it, and then sit there and stare at him as the TV goes on. Like something just violently brutal, because it's like, to me, I just don't take him seriously with what he's trying to convince me that he is. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you and Trick Williams are playing the same character. You coming off like, I'm a big deal and I'm the man. I'm like, well, he said the same thing, and I believe him over you. So why are you coming back doing the same? You sound the same. I'm like, bro, and you know who used to do the same thing? Elijah Burke. Freaking the Pope. I'm the Pope and I'm the man. I'm like, Pope. Listen to me. You don't like, why are you doing all that? Like, you look like you're joking right now. Like, I can't take you seriously. I'm Elijah Burke and I'm the 5 up. I'll knock you out. I'm like, why are you talking like a newscaster right now? Are you joking? Are you trying to like make me mad? Is that your heel thing, or is he dead serious? He's being Impact TNA. He's in the ring with Kevin Nash and Sting. He's like, oh, I couldn't find me a click, so I found me a pack of wolves. And Sting and Kevin Nash are like, okay, cool, that was all right. And you know, in the 100 people in the Impact zone was like, yeah, okay, we saw what you did there. Get it? You know, Wolfpack. They went black and red, but they're not saying it. But now you're one with them. But it was like, oh, it's cute. But it's like, dude, I'm not taking you seriously. Like, you thought you was cutting a fire promo, and it was like, okay, cool, all right. And it was like, dang, that was the best we got. It's the vibe I get from Ricky Saints. I'm sorry. I'm just not sold on it. It's hard to predict who's going to be up next. Like I said, on paper, it's supposed to be him, in my opinion. But you know, we will see. We have been in this situation before, brothers, where, like you said, we have not always seen, you know, the fruit of what would eventually become these superstars. So
is this where you put the title on like a Joe Hendry?
Yes,
because he's an established face.
Yes, you know, that's why he's there. Yeah. To me, it's a no-brainer. You got to put it on Joe Hendry, and it doesn't mean like it's supposed to be forever. It just mean, hey, he's got to carry the brand for now. He's an established face. People love him. He's a former world champion as it is. He can carry your shows, and then you can use him to help bring along other people. You know what I mean? If you want to do it that way. So it's like, to me,
man, even I gotta agree with that one.
That's think about it. Is that not why he's there now? Like, you could have signed him before, but it's like, look, you knew what the plans were. Hey, look, our 3 of our main stars, we're moving them up. Now it's space. He just signed. He's there now, full time. He can still do both. You know what I mean? He'll show up at TNA if need be. But it's like, yo, this is your most over and experienced guy. out of all these new faces. It won't. You can't. We talked about it before. It's no point in putting two new people in the ring together and think they're supposed to get over with the fans. I think that's got to be top five dumbest things you can do in professional wrestling. I think, unless you're at an indie, even at indie shows, you have your top local draw as your guy, right?
Yeah. To
kind of get you over, like AJ Styles needed Jeff Jarrett. He could have showed. What if he wrestled Christopher Daniels for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship? Sure, the match would have slapped, but Jeff Jarrett I hated Jeff Jarrett, and I'm like, I don't know who this kid is who's flipping and flying, but I want him to beat the crap out of Jeff Jarrett because Jeff Jarrett will come out there and piss you off. He cheated. He over there with a chair, and I was like, with the guitar, and I'm like, yo, he's still the same old piss me off Jeff Jarrett. Like he's making me mad. So you root for an AJ Styles because AJ Styles was the underdog. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's how you make somebody. And then, like I said, and of course, AJ has it for a little bit. He's established as the main event guy, and of course it goes right back to Jeff Jarrett because now he's got to go back to, hey, I still got to be the established heel because we got to get other people going, right? And not to mention we got Sting coming back, not to mention we got Marty Brown that's trying to get going, not to mention we got the Team Canada that's trying to get flowing up, like, and, you know, because after that we got Team 3D coming in, so it makes sense when you do it that way, but it's like you need that established brand to get people going, to bring people up. So now, you know, you've built your company around your proper stars, and of course AJ Styles
is coming back. Jordan's coming back.
Jordan's probably back. So good conversation. That was fun. Brian H. Man, you turned the corner. Go ahead.
Real
Brian.
Quick though,
yes sir.
Tony, I've seen a lot of people saying stuff about Tony D. Maybe he should take it. I would like to see that, but I think it needs to wait because right now he still has this certain type of mystique with this character. Oh, you need to build on top of that a little bit more. Let the people wonder what he's really about. This new evolution of Tony D'Angelo is all about. Yeah, let him keep lurking around in the shadows on some Sting Crow type of stuff. You know what I mean? And
I agree.
Just let him lurk around, let him settle in. Just be patient with it. That's why I said a guy like a Ricky Starks or Ricky Saints. My bad. I did it again. Ricky Saints. If he won a championship, it would make sense. Because then you can have a Tony D'Angelo who's already over. I mean, I know technically, I guess he's like a heel, I guess, almost, kind of.
I'm assuming so.
Right. But if you got the heel on heel aspect, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to go for Saints. They're going to go for Tony D. That's the guy they know, right? Yeah. Then also you have Joe Hendry. You know, Tony D takes it off of Joe Hendry. Stand to deliver something around like that. Come on now. But I think they need a little bit more time to let that character brew, let it settle in, let the people know, like, let the people figure out what exactly he's about, and then go ahead and pull the trigger with him.
I just hope we don't come back. Hey, you guys, I'm Tony D. All right? Well, come on, man, cut the crap.
With the white beater on.
Yeah, man, like and the track pants and the Johnny the Bull Stamboli hat he used to wear. Remember that guy? Right. Johnny the Bull Stamboli. Yeah. Him and Big Vito, WCW. Yeah, I remember when he wore a dress. Remember Big Vito too.
I remember.
That's weird. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, we just once again we have to wait and see. But it's a good way to see. It's always fun to try to discover the talent. You know what I mean? To see, hey, you start paying attention to different things and you're trying to see where it goes. And it's the fun part. It's watching the development and then being able to say, you know what, they earned me as a fan because I watched them come from a space where didn't understand who they were, what they were trying to accomplish, but now it's clearly defined. And like I said, we got a Braun Breaker, we got a Carmelo Hayes, and we have we just got these latest call ups, and they have been they're so developed now that they've automatically, like, SmackDown has went from being called boring and need new writers and stuff like that to the point where now people are like, oh, I'm looking forward to this now, just for a lot of different reasons. So congratulations to WWE NXT, but we got to move on to the main event of tonight's show. Goodness gracious.
It's my champion. It's
Drew
my
McIntyre.
champion.
He finally did it, fellas. We watched him probably get the rawest deal of the world, especially on his first championship reign as WWE champion. And then we saw him kind of get a consolation prize for that, another small title reign, just to say, to have these moments in front of the live audience and things like that. And we watched him chase for years, and everybody kept saying like he has been in this conversation. He's never left the main event scene. He's, whether he was a good guy or a bad guy, he's always gotten so close, so close, so close. Always a contender. Drew McIntyre's career is the blueprint for how you make what a superstar is supposed to do. Because think about, he has never lost steam despite not being WWE champion. Some people say, well, I can't get over if I'm not the champion. It's like, bro, you need to, he is a masterclass of what a superstar really, really is. How he stays relevant, he takes his breaks, he comes back, even his heel work. And it's almost surreal, like, what in the world? This is the top of 2026, and Drew McIntyre is our new WWE champion. How are we feeling about this, brothers? Is he the guy? Is this something long-term? Is this the direction that WWE says, you know what, we kind of got to, people kind of want Drew. They've been saying it for a little bit, and they kind of gave it to us. I don't know how I feel about this. How you guys feeling about this? As if I don't already know.
Man, love it, man. I ain't gonna lie. I got tired of Cody Rhodes with the belt, man.
I knew he was gonna say that. I knew he was gonna say that. I was
waiting. The only thing is, like I said, Raheem, bro. It's right before February, you know what I'm saying?
It's right before Black History Month, man.
Right before Black History Month. But it is what it is. Drew is well deserved. The story has been told. Every time he gets close to it and he gets it, it gets taken away from him right away. You know what I mean? Exactly. So as much as I hate to say it, when I first thought about this, when I first saw that it happened, I was thinking, oh wow, this is gonna be a transitional thing. Somehow, some way, Cody's gonna come back.
Sure.
Actually, before that match even happened and he won the championship, my prediction was that if they was gonna pull that swerve and Drew wins, and Drew wins, Jacob was gonna cause Drew at Rumble to lose to Cody Rhodes.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I'm ecstatic. And he definitely can carry the company right now as a heel. Because if you think, like you said, think about all the work he does outside of the ring. How much attention he draws outside of the ring.
Can he stay a heel for that reason?
It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be
about
tough.
it. Talk about the conflict.
This is Dominic Mysterio vibes, you know?
Yeah.
Like, people been dealing with goody two shoes Cody Rhodes for so long, like man, like, we finally got something different. We finally got a rebel. We finally got somebody that we can get behind, you know. It's bad times going on in the world right now. Yep. Everybody's struggling, right? This is the guy that we can get behind and just release some of our anger through, you know.
He's the voice of the victims.
Absolutely.
The New Day posted a picture. I don't know if it was real or not, of them all posing together on the ropes. And
it probably was.
Xavier Woods was like, this is the picture of justification or something like that. This is the voice of the justified. I gotta, it's on there somewhere. I forgot what but it was pretty much saying like, this is for all the people that feel like they've been done wrong and they finally got their just due. And I'm like, it's 2026. There's a lot of people out here who feel the same way. Think of like, he's our champion. Like, I feel like you know what I mean? I feel like I've been close and close and close, and I've never got a fair shot. And I've always, the system and the people have been against me. And now I finally got here. It's like, it's going to be a lot of people. It's like, I can relate to that. I'm kind of behind Drew. He's our champion. I'm like, that's the big audience.
Yeah. I'm just glad they did it right for him, going overseas and letting them get the championship over there. That was the perfect way to do it.
And he's working the rest of the leg. Like he's main event the rest of the main event of the European tour.
Going crazy.
And, shout out to my man Shinsuke. He's been main eventing along with him. That's the only person you can bring that say, who do we like more than him right now? It's got to be somebody as good as Shinsuke. I have no idea what he did before he was, but he's another one that gets a crazy pop in Europe. Like people love Shinsuke out there. It's ridiculous. Him, CM Punk. It's like, what in the world? Is Shinsuke on the European tour? I thought he went to Mexico when he came back as that guy. I swear the beans I did. I was like, man, he didn't go to Mexico when he came back as that, what we see for him now, but whew.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Go ahead. No, I was about to say, I was just gonna finish out by saying like his work on socials, all of that, it takes him to another level, 100%. He's the best. He's the best out there doing it outside of the ring right now, 100%. Keeping his
As far as
attention.
dedication. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Like him, not like WWE's telling me to do stuff. Like it's just like
exactly.
I got a creative idea. Let me do this. I'm not sleeping well. And then,
so when he first won it, like I said, I was thinking, this is gonna be a transitional thing. But I think he's gonna have it for a couple months, at least until Mania. Like let's be honest.
You think it's gonna go that far? Now we're getting controversial. Okay.
I couldn't wait to get to that point tonight. Here's the thing, real quick, before we get to that part, I think just to add on, because Brother Hugh said everything I was going to say.
That's him getting his hit back.
I know, right? But no, like the thing about Drew, so knowing that this was a match that was happening in Europe during the like afternoon, I took off, like I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, played some PlayStation, made sure I was all Friday, so I did not. And I remember Ben Cruz texted me, was like, stay offline if you don't want no spoilers. Now, that can go either way. I'm like, either Cody done kept this. So when that moment happened, I was like, oh my gosh. And it gave me the feeling that I love, that I get when I watch wrestling.
There you go.
When I don't know if something's going to happen. Of course, Jacob Fatu comes out. I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Here we go. Drew's going to get screwed. But he won. Now, here's the thing. You brought up, okay, people liking him. The best part about Drew McIntyre would always say he's not a heel. He just wanted to that point. He wanted to get rid of CM Punk because he felt like CM Punk was poison. The guy, like, the same beef Seth Rollins had. Oh, you came in and you left and you dished the company, and now here you come trying to benefit the fruits of our labor. So
it's like, well, he's not telling a lie.
Exactly. So, but the way he kept going at it, and he put the pressure to CM Punk's neck.
Yes.
And the thing I loved about that whole feud was, one, it just felt real all the way through. They found a way to keep us interested when CM Punk was hurt.
Yeah.
And we got to give equal credit. And because Drew McIntyre was in that, it made me excited to see this. And I'm like, okay, yeah, even if he's a babyface, he's not going to be that babyface that he was when he was WWE Champion the first time.
He's a whole different character since that time period.
And that was the main eventer.
Yes, he was. But he was carrying the company.
Yeah, but Drew McIntyre has etched himself.
Yes, he has.
Into another avenue. He's already on the European Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
And I know that's a heavily stacked list, but I'm talking about from WWE superstars.
Yeah.
But he's going to continue to elevate. So that's why I'm excited. And these next few weeks are going to be interesting.
Brothers, I say it to both of your points. As no need for me to even like go into a diatribe as we move the conversation forward, but it's like, this is the excitement that we have been looking for, right? There's these moments of stagnation where it's like, what are we looking at? Why does it seem like everything is just kind of like rinse and repeat? But man, because of like brother, you said, because of Drew's previous shenanigans, right? It's like, what he's capable of. And now he's the champion. It's like, oh, this is going to be good. And he's already starting, because here comes the tweets. Here comes the pictures of him in a bed with the belt. And I'm like, just these little things that he just gets. And it's like, he's working this European tour. He's got Bret Hart vibes. Well, I'm gonna be a face in Canada. I'm gonna be a heel in the States. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, it's because it's Drew and because how people feel about Drew, having him inserted now is like, okay, now I gotta watch SmackDown. Because not only because of who he is, but one, also the story that's now kind of, taking place. Because now we have to figure out, where do we go from here? But when you made the comment, Brad H, about that made me, when you remind me what it's like to be a wrestling fan, that's not something we get often. You know, we had that issue during the aggression era. After a while, it's kind of like, yo, rinse, repeat. But it's like, oh, wait a minute. They pulled the trigger. Now things have gotten interesting. And not only is Drew McIntyre a star, he is pretty goddamn entertaining. This is going to be good.
He is.
And I feel like that was where the celebration for a lot of people kind of had you know, where it came from. And here we are now. So we have a new WWE champion. First of all, it's well deserved. I mean, you talking about a team player. He has most people would have cried and complained about creative after a while. You know what I mean? But him being at the level that he is, he's almost untouchable. It didn't matter what he was going to do. He was always going to be a top draw because of just one he developed into as far as Drew McIntyre is today. You know what I mean? He's a victim. He's a guy that says, you know what? I've been screwed. I'm sick of it. I like you said, Brian, I'm not the bad guy. I'm just here to tell the truth. But now he's WWE champion. We got to talk about how he got to this point, gentlemen. So we have
right or wrong, literally.
The crazy part, we watching a cage match between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes, and they're putting on a classic cage match. Nothing like but this is you're lucky to get this level of cage match on TV. This is a pay-per-view worthy, PLE worthy, right?
Yep.
And literally right before all the shenanigans, Brother He goes, man, this cage match is fire. Like he already acknowledged how good the match was by itself before we even got an end result. Like, nah, this joint is fire, bro. And then all of a sudden, man, we have a returning Jacob Fatu. Oh boy, let's talk about this. Now we got to go in super realm mode, and we're gonna close out very, very shortly. But we gotta show the people something very important about why and how this went down the way that it did. We all know that Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu were having issues before Jacob had to take his leave of absence. He got, we all remember he got beat down. He was nowhere to be found. He was found in the back, face bloodied up. Him and Drew had a match scheduled. I don't think, did he have a title match first and then Drew beat him up or something? Or somebody allegedly? Because I thought he did. I
want to say yes.
I could have swore him and Cody Rhodes was supposed to have like a WWE Championship match or something. Yeah. He got hurt or something, and they found him in the back, and they had to call an audible for whatever reason, right? But we're watching the match. Jacob Fatu returns, and first of all, he looks good. If you look at the photos, he's not as small as he was, but he's bigger, and he's like, oh, this dude's been in the gym. He means business. When you see him, you see main event player. Jacob Fatu returns. He shows his hand. He beats up Drew McIntyre, gets in the ring. Cody Rhodes grabs him because he's like, bro, I'm in the middle of a match. Clearly you shouldn't be here. He starts to attack Cody Rhodes.
No, clearly Cody grabbed him because I got to be honorable. I'm Cody Goody Two Shoes. I got to win this, out of respect and honor.
Brother Hugh, I heard that's what happened. What you said about me. And you don't come at Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, like that. And I just hope that in your lifetime you can be as honorable as I was when I was champion. Hollywood
has spoken. So Jacob Fatu starts to attack Cody Rhodes, and immediately everybody's like, what is going on? Unhinged. And to the chagrin of Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre makes his sweet escape, and we have a new WWE champion in Drew McIntyre. Cody Rhodes took a huge L. Did anybody
find out how Jesse Ventura felt about that finish?
No.
He would have loved it.
I was checking for his tweets. He was too busy.
They clowned out.
He was too busy tweeting about the president of the United States of America.
Makes sense.
That's his favorite conversation to have. So the conspiracy theorists, Jesse. So we have a new WWE champion, and it's in true controversial fashion. So on one hand, you say, well, wait a minute. Jacob Fatu seems like he's solely responsible for Drew McIntyre. So it's like on one hand, you're celebrating, but you're like, wait a minute. This is far from over. It's because we know these guys had heat before. But let's get into the superior wrestling intellect. I watched the match and I said, okay, what are we trying to accomplish in this space? The way that this was done, I thought it was masterful. Is because on one hand you have Super Cody. There's only one John Cena. We can't have him in the space where Cody just always finds a way to win, because there's no character to that. There's no grit to it. If it's always perfect, right? It's got to be a little bit messy. And here's the guy that always seems like he has it together. And in this situation, Cody Rhodes got caught slipping. So when you see him in this picture right here taking his nail, he's exhausted. Like, what just happened? And I'm like, it shows that nobody is exempt. Nobody is exempt, right, from certain things. And what it does is it shows you how human he really is. That's one. So even in the loss, he doesn't look weak. He looks human. It's like, yeah, there's only one John Cena, and even he tapped out. So it's like, Cody's like, look, like I blindsided. I didn't see this coming. I'm in another country. What just happened? So now he's sitting there like, not to mention that he knows he's not eligible to be in this tournament to see if he can get into the match for the Royal Rumble. He has to go to the back of the line per se. I'm sure he has a rematch clause somewhere down the line, which he will invoke, out of technicality.
No, I remember they gone.
Oh yeah, I forgot that because Drew McIntyre,
daggone well that don't mean anything when it comes to Cody Rhodes. We're gonna see a very unhinged Cody Rhodes, and the crazy part is now we get to see. It's good to see the hero unhinged because he doesn't look so perfect. Well, I lost everybody, and that I'm just gonna go back and try to find my way. No, he's gonna be pissed, and he doesn't have to be goody two shoes Cody. And you might start to like him a little bit more, brother. I gotta write a new story.
He's going to be pissed. He's going to be out for blood, and he has to get into the back of the line. And Drew McIntyre is going to do everything in his power to make sure that he's not even nowhere near close to another match. That's one. I said, that's how you make your hero look vulnerable. Because one, you can give him sympathy, but he doesn't look bad in the loss because it's like, well, wait a minute. He was blindsided, and he's also human because you can be Superman all you want, but even if you're not paying attention to certain situations, you two can go down. That was perfect, right? And then you have Jacob Fatu. First of all, he looks like a top star. When he came back, I said, this is how you introduce him to the main event scene. He was already knocking on that door. So now you have a guy that you brought in that did not take you a lot of time to develop, and he's already going to draw money for you, right? Because Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu for the WWE Championship, take my money now. We're going to be able to see a different side of Jacob Fatu. He was just Solo's heater a few years ago. And now this guy, look how he stands toe-to-toe in the ring. That dude looks like he's ready to be in this spot. We've always seen it. This dude is like, okay, he has called his shot. He's staking his claim, because now we don't like, why would he attack Cody Rhodes? It's because Jacob Fatu is unhinged. He has no picks. Cody Rhodes should have touched him in the heat of the moment. And he lost
exactly.
It. He lost it.
That's, you know what I mean? That's street knowledge.
Now, mind you, he looks up and realizes, oh shoot, the person I came after just won the championship. So now there's a certain air of being untouchable. He's gonna he's anytime you wear that strap, you're protected by it. That's one, right? So Jacob looks like a big deal coming back because he just disrupted this entire scene. He didn't look like a lackey. He looked like this guy was a heater, and now look at him, top draw, right? He's up for his shot at Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre gets his ultimate redemption stories because he cheated, but fans have been like, well, wait a minute, how many times has he been cheated? And we kind of wanted to switch up anyway. So it's like, man, the way they did this, I was like, man, this is, once again, it's the subtle nuances that you have to pay attention to. It goes, this is how you keep everybody in these stories relevant without somebody having to take a hit where, okay, if he takes the pin, he's done. Or if he loses, he looks bad and this person looks good. Or you look at like a Davey Boy and Bret Hart, it backfired. Sure, Davey can win, but Bret got over. And it's like, you know what I mean? So I was like, man, it was such a masterclass to me in how they pulled this off. Cody being blindsided, showing that, hey, he does bleed. You know what I mean? He comes out in his big jackets. He comes out with his American Eagles, and he comes out in his shiny suits, and he talks like he's so sure of himself. But it's like, no. He's not as unstoppable as he thinks he is. He's not as invisible. He doesn't have it all together. And once again, that gives him a certain human element that man, you could say, wait a minute now. Now when Cody Rhodes gets into a match, you're not just going to assume he's going to win automatically, same way with Roman. Roman did it for 4 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
Roman looked like he was about to lose every single time, but he just found a way to win, and that was part of his dominance. It's not like he didn't go in there like Goldberg, punch, spear, jackhammer. Right. It's over. Like, we already got one of those. He looked like it's the Ric Flair effect, because Ric Flair did it for years, and during the territory era, for those who may not know, Ric Flair used to go toe-to-toe with every territory's top guy, and by the time he left, it made that top guy in those territories look like a big deal, because Ric Flair was a weasel. He was about to lose almost every match. One of his gimmicks is literally him sucker punching, falling on the ground, getting up and begging for mercy, and then he ends up sticking the thumb to the eye. And then as soon as Ric Flair would win, he would act like he was the most dominant champion of all time. That's what made people hate him so much. He came out there in his suits. He came out there and told you how broke you were. I'm like, Ric Flair, I saw you last week in Memphis. You almost lost. And here you on TV like, nope, I'm the man. You suck. I got your women. I got this jet. I got this money. But you see the match, you're like, yo, but you almost lost.
Nothing about it.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah,
Roman had that same quality for 4 years. And guess what? Now Cody Rhodes has that ability, is because now he's not so perfect. He's not as put together as he comes across. He doesn't have it all together as he makes it seem. He's so sure of himself. He's the Nepo baby, but he finished his story. But now it's like, bro, you bleed too. You bleed too. But God dang it, I'm off my soapbox.
The Emancipation Poet. That's what I wanted to talk about that too. Mm-hmm. What if Cody was the guy that actually attacked Jacob? Would they actually go that route? And I would love for them to go that route, but we all know they most likely won't. If Cody was the one that took out Jacob, because Drew never fessed up to it. And to be honest, I don't see Drew doing that.
Wouldn't that be a plot twist? Yeah, cut it out. You can't see Drew doing it. I can.
No, I can, but at that time, no.
So why could you see?
All right, well, hold up. Let me backtrack and make sure I got my facts right. I believe at that time, when he got jumped, of course, everybody pointed the finger at Drew. Drew came out and said, basically, it wasn't him. Like, he alluded to it. Like, look, it wasn't me. I kind of believed him when he said it.
Because he didn't care. He's like, look, you can accuse me all you want. I'm telling you it wasn't me.
But, I mean, that's the thing. Well, usually Drew be like, look, yeah, I did that mess. You already know.
True.
You see what I'm saying? So I believe him that it wasn't him. So what if it was Cody somehow, some way that took Jacob out?
But what would Cody have to gain from that? Because he already agreed to give Jacob, because Jacob made it very clear, hey, bro, I'm coming for that. He said, look, man, Cody's character has always said, look, man, I'll take on all comers. I want the best. So if you claim it, you get your shot. You better make sure you step up to the plate. But guess what? I'm QB1. Does he fear Jacob Fatu that much that then again, I'm talking and I'm like, well, he is a bloodline guy. I don't know. He might be a flashback.
That could be the plot twist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but at the end of the day, we know this is wrestling, so it doesn't really have to make sense. But I get what you're saying. It does make sense for Drew to go ahead and jump him and this, that, whatever, because like you said, Cody's honorable. He gives all on-comers a chance, equal chance to get the championship title match or whatever. Mm-hmm. But what if he feared Jacob that much? What if he sees something in Jacob that he didn't really see in Roman?
Well,
you know what I mean? I don't know. They could play it like that.
Well, listen, since we're going there, god dang it, let's address some more speculation. Some other people said that maybe The Rock had something to do with this.
Final boss.
You know, maybe Jacob Fatu.
Oh, I ain't heard that.
Because some people were saying stuff like, you know, would it be crazy if The Rock sent Jacob after Cody Rhodes, right? We still don't. We've never made it clear where Solo came from, and it's never really been made clear.
The elders.
Yeah, the elder. Okay, who the elders? If you look at who's in charge of the elders now.
My fault.
Okay, so it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like Drew first had a number 10 match. Everyone thought, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Thank you for that.
So you know that Rock has an honorary title because of his grandfather. He automatically assumes a certain role as far as the Samoan people are concerned. I don't know the exact name of his title because I choose to be respectful when it comes to people's cultures. but
Who, the
he is
High
still-
Chief?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's what it was, yeah.
he gets. I don't know if it's technically considered the high chief, but it's like something like because he's a direct descendant of the high chief. He's you know what I mean. He's automatically like whatever that title is. Because I remember it was on the family tree, and I'm like, okay. So we all know the final boss may not be done with Cody Rhodes. You know, he picked John Cena, that didn't work. You know what I mean? And it may not even be The Rock. Some people saying, hey, maybe Roman Reigns had something to do with this. We don't know if Jacob Fatu is really calling his own shot for himself, or is he under, I don't know, instruction from something more important to him. One thing they don't do is they don't play with their family. If they got to fall in line with something, if he says, look, yeah, I know I wanted my shot at the WWE Championship, but if the so-and-so tells me this is what we doing, then that's what we doing. That's just our way. I'm just saying that the MFT got 4 guys. I'd hate to have to add a freaking Jacob Fatu to the bloodline. You know how scary
crazy.
and dangerous that would be?
That's crazy. That's wild.
I'm just saying, where's Roman Reigns? He's nowhere to be found, right? It's Royal Rumble season, and that means we're on the road to WrestleMania. You think they didn't add all them zeros for no Roman? I don't think so.
Right.
I'm just saying. I don't know, but how do you guys feel about these speculations? These are just more things that we're hearing. You know what I mean?
Man, that's I like that.
Of course you do.
I thought you was going in a different direction. Was another speculation, which was that the pivot of no longer Cody Roman 3.
Okay, what do you think?
And Drew could possibly be in that main event at WrestleMania.
What are you thinking? What would be the draw with Drew in the mix?
That's what I'm thinking, right? And
what's the money match?
Because Drew never beat Roman, right?
No.
First of all, nobody's ever beaten Roman.
Now Drew has something that Roman wants. Drew has to prove that he can take down Roman fair and square. Without his Goonies, you know what I mean?
See, and the thing is, right, Drew McIntyre being a main event WrestleMania draw, I think, as crazy as this sounds, I do think he could talk himself and prove that he could be, right? And I think of people like a Sami Zayn. Remember, there was people who were clamoring. Now, it's always a small portion.
Right.
But people were clamoring like maybe they should have went with Sammy at Roman at WrestleMania instead of Roman and Cody. Obviously, WWE knows better. But that's how, over Sammy was.
True.
So I'm like, can Drew McIntyre get that over? As we said, can he carry the WWE? And that's going to be the part I'm waiting to see. Because as much as I want to see Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu, I don't see it as a WrestleMania match as of January 15th.
Nah.
Okay, so where do you see it at?
Royal Rumble.
Because it's got to be there. I'm sorry.
Because that's a premium spot. When you think of the history of Royal Rumble matches, you're talking John Cena, AJ Styles. You're talking Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Bret Hart, Diesel, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
So when you think about these type of matches, Mick Foley and The Rock, Mick Foley and Triple H, that can be in that class.
Yeah.
Now,
I see it.
A lot can happen. These two could get over something crazy. I'm not going to say never, but right now I don't see it as a main event. But I got to watch Drew McIntyre for these next few weeks to see how much I get invested and say, okay, I want that guy. Because even, let's say Seth Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank and became WWE Champion, right? At WrestleMania. That didn't automatically make me say, oh yeah, I want to see him next year's WrestleMania main event. Sure. But by the time 3-4 months later, I'd never wanted Seth Rollins to lose that title for a while. So that's what's going to be fun about this run for Drew.
Now, the winner of this tournament, that's for Royal Rumble, right?
The Royal Rumble main event, yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
So who wins that? Jacob?
See, now that's what I get tired of the tournaments, but I get it because
Me too.
you got to showcase the other talent. Like we got Dragunov in this tournament now. You know, you got Trick Williams in the tournament. But if Jacob wins, it's like you don't even need the tournament. The story is already there.
That's kind of the thing. Like, okay, so why are we entertaining this idea when it's like it's already written? But it's like
Now,
I don't know.
I
You know what I'm saying?
I think the purpose of the tournament is to add another curveball into it.
I think that as well.
Because you got Sami Zayn. Where's Royal Rumble? Where's Royal Rumble?
Rida, the kingdom.
Come on now.
Yep.
Hey.
The Prince added another 0, so you never know. So that was my next question. So who wins the Rumble at this point? If Drew's champion, first of all, we got to figure out what's going on because Cody Rhodes is going to be pissed. Cody Rhodes is like that. Drew got over on him, and it's like it's not. You know, he can't just be like, all right, I'm going to the front of the line. He's got to, and Drew's going to make sure he has to get to the back of the line. So he's not. He can't get his rematch at Royal Rumble. They made that very clear. He's not eligible for that. Most likely, he's going to say, all right, well, I'm going to enter the Rumble and I'm going to win it all. But we know Cody Rhodes. He's emotionally unstable. He's going to go in that match, and something's going to happen for him to lose. Same thing.
He's going to be number one.
It's the odds are going to be too stacked against him because you got to get people to sympathize first. You know, you always sympathize with somebody who's in the struggle. When you're the king of the mountain, you know, when you're the king, people don't sympathize. And the king has just as many problems as the peasants. It's just not the same problems because heavy is the head that wears the crown, correct? So it's like, okay, cool. But now Cody Rhodes is like, oh, cool, you back on even level the rest of us now. You have to figure this out just like all of us. And he's going to feel some sort of entitlement. He always has. And he's like, nope. It's not possible. So who wins the Rumble at that point? Because you know he's going to try to stick his claim. I'm going to win a Rumble and I'm going to come back and win. But hey, there's going to be 29 other people. It's like, nah, that's dead. You had your turn. But who actually wins this go round? Who main events WrestleMania? Drew's already the champion as of right now. So like,
look, my fault. Just corrected. I thought it was that Saturday night main event. The winner is a fatal 4-way at Saturday night main event.
Oh, okay.
And that's in Canada, right?
I think so.
Is it? Yeah.
So that's still Sami Zayn territory.
And then whoever wins that gets the main event at WrestleMania. I mean,
Royal Rumble. Yeah.
Because Sami want to get going again.
Everybody, but see, here's the part that's blowing me. Everybody is though. Trick Williams want to be WWE Champion. Matt Cardona came back, said, "I came back to be WWE Champion." I'm like, bro, you're not. WWE's not slick. You're doing this on purpose.
That's how it should be, though.
Yeah, because once again, though, it keeps it exciting because now it's not so obvious. We're guessing. So, like, back in I swear, I'm not going to get back in the soapbox, but I got to say this. Back in the Ruthless Aggression era, there was never any contenders. You knew who the same. It was like if there was a match coming up, you knew who John Cena was going to main event with, whoever he was beefing with for the last 2.5 months. So it was going to be Edge, or it was going to be Randy Orton, or Batista, or it was not that many people that even if they said, oh, if Shelton Benjamin decided I'm a challenge for the WWE Championship, there's people going to go, oh, snap, Shelton Benjamin might win. You go like, come on, he's definitely not winning. Right. But you have so many legitimate contenders now because everybody calling a shot. And you're like, wait a minute, man, this is things are shaking up so much. They might pull the trigger, and it's believable. It's not like it's Akira Tozawa saying, "Oh, I'm going to challenge the WWE Championship." All of a sudden, he goes from being like a funny character to now he wants to call a shot for the WWE Champ because you're going that guy's not winning. But now you have legitimate people. You like, oh, wait a minute, this could actually go down. Especially now when the guarantee guys are not at the forefront. Cody Rhodes is a guarantee guy. He just lost. You're like, wait a minute, now the rules don't apply to nobody if that's the case. Because if Cody Rhodes loses, Roman Reigns has it for 4 years. He loses. It was like, that's why it was such a big deal. Like, wait a minute. He lost. And then you got Cody Rhodes lost twice. You're like, uh-oh. Man, he might be losing his mojo. And maybe he can't concentrate. Maybe he's too whatever. You know what I mean? There's all these factors, but you have all these legitimate contenders as well. And not to mention, Drew McIntyre is the freaking champion. Like, he's the guy that, like, if he wasn't a champion, we'd be all saying, man, Drew McIntyre probably going to win it. Or Drew McIntyre is probably the favorite. why wouldn't he? You look at him on paper. You say this is probably the guy. He's the champion now. Cody Rhodes is out the mix, and it's like, oh, okay. So where do we go from this? I don't know.
Cody Rhodes.
It's tough to say. It's tough to say. Any last words, gentlemen?
Sidebar. I know who's not out of the mix. John Harbaugh is going to New York.
To the Giants?
Yeah, they are finalizing the deal. Broken right here on the Wrestling Realm. That reported by Adam Schefter.
I'm going to the Giants then. That's what I'm going for.
What?
Yep, I'm going with him.
You following Harbs?
I am. Yeah.
Wow.
Y'all had fun with that in New York.
That man brought us a winning culture, and you know what?
Brought us a winning culture.
No, he didn't.
We was 8-8, and then we won the Super Bowl his second year.
He
just lost it.
He was also responsible for Kyle Bowler, so I haven't forgotten.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
John Harbaugh.
That's what I thought. No, don't bring up Harps. See how you did that? He
too long.
Mm-hmm.
He did well. Okay, but he gave Lamar, didn't he?
No.
So, depending on who our new coach is, I'm going to see what he does. I'm going to see what he give him opportunity. He gets a shot.
Okay, all right.
But
you go interview him.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, no doubt. They can call me.
There
They
we
have my
go.
number.
All right.
I'm not too far from the castle. So.
I mean, I'm not, you almost left during the Harbs years.
I did. I
went to free agency.
I did. I was about to go to the Indianapolis Colts. It was the day. I was like, yo, I swear I'm going to the Colts.
And then we only went to the playoff. We missed the playoffs.
It was during the Andrew Luck years.
Yeah, imagine if you did that.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah.
They had the trajectory. AFC, they had the divisional, then they was in the AFC, wild card, divisional, AFC title game next year, and then they never recovered. And they still haven't recovered from the Andrew Luck move.
No, they haven't.
Should have kept Peyton.
Yeah, it's just foof. And it feels like it comes to aging quarterbacks, even if you're a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
He's the greatest mind quarterback of all time. Tom Brady's the greatest, at winning, but Peyton Manning was pound for pound.
He was the most cerebral. I used to call him the shredder.
Yeah,
the shredder.
100% though.
The shredder. I said, bro, he slices through our defense like it's nothing, like a hot knife through butter.
And he had a headache doing it though. He was suffering. It was a chess match.
I bet he did have a headache,
bro.
Him and Ray Lewis used to have chess matches. Ray Lewis out there doing all.
I used to love watching those games, man.
Bro,
watching them
Omaha,
right?
Yeah. And it's like great, and he played against some of our heavy hitters.
The best.
Our Hall of Fame Super Bowl worthy teams, and I was like, and he would just whoop, whoop, like it was nothing. I was like, man, I respect this dude a lot because I used to hate. Even when he went to the Broncos, I was like, here you go, the shredder.
And we only beat him twice. No, once, and that was when we finally got him. Once his rookie year, I think we beat him.
Bro, back in the day, we had our hands full with Ben Roethlisberger with the Steelers, and then you had to turn around and deal with Tom Brady with the Patriots. Like we had a lot of divisional rivalries, and then you had to deal with freaking Peyton Manning, whatever team he was on. It was like shit.
Phillip Rivers
he was no slouch.
Because I be watching a lot of mid 2000s Ravens, and I always say I still stand by. It's a shame that defense didn't have Lamar Jackson as their quarterback. Or I'll even go as far as to say that they didn't have Joe Flacco during the prime years. Because
by the time we won that second, it was like now or never anyway with that group.
Oh yeah.
Because it was on the back end. Mm-hmm. So you're right. It was
and they almost won it. They had a shot. They probably wasn't gonna win. I mean, the Steelers, they was just too good in 2008. But their rookie Flacco's and Harbaugh's rookie year, it was right there.
One of the things I respected about John Harbaugh, and we've gone completely off the rails, but this is what the heck is it?
You always have football.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The crazy part is one thing I've always respected about him is they always said one thing he did when he got there was he unified the locker room. It's because for so many years it was always defense stayed to defense, offense stayed with offense. But his whole attitude was like, yo, we have to do this together. So despite whatever, power struggles may have been going on behind the scenes, that was one of the biggest things that I was like, yo, he brought that locker room together and it brought us a Super Bowl at the end of the day.
That's great, but that's why the defense soft. That's why they soft now.
Well,
you know what I mean?
No, but Marlon Humphrey said it. He said that the best part was like about John Harbaugh was he understood like, okay, I gotta shift, I gotta change.
Yeah.
He said when they got Lamar, he said y'all take it how you want to take it. He said because even them two, he said whoa, you don't talk to me like that. And he said it wasn't as bad as that sounds, but it was still like, and as he understood, okay, I gotta change because times are changing.
Yeah.
So I do wish him the best. I'm glad he's going out of the division.
Wish us the best because going to New York.
I would not be a Giants fan. First of all, they're so plain. I was kind of hoping he went to like the Falcons, you know.
I was hoping he was
Dope
going to ATL. I was definitely hoping ATL, but I think
challenge himself that New York market.
Where are they from?
Cleveland or Ohio. He grew up a Browns fan. He talked about that.
So, but I
was kind of hoping he went there, but he want to go somewhere with some stability.
Yeah, he ain't trying to get his butt whooped twice.
I know.
And think about it. If you've been head coaching for 18 years, like even if things go left field, where would you want to live your life at? You know what I mean? Like I might as well go to New York and New Jersey, whatever. You know,
that's what even Marlon Humphrey said. He thought he might go to Tennessee because his wife and the vibes.
Yeah.
So Tomlin said he ain't coaching.
He said you can have him.
Right.
That's weird.
Tomlin said he not coaching. He said they be calling him up. He said he's not coaching this year.
Oh, he's taking time off.
Yeah, and I don't blame him.
I think he should.
He's going straight to TV.
I think the Steelers probably want him to do that too because they would have to. Somebody would have to trade.
Sure.
You know, which
you
know,
because they probably got. I don't know how much he has left remaining on his contract. Regardless, they got to pay him out. You know what I mean? So
that's what Bisciotti told Harbs to do. He said, "Man, take a break." I don't know if y'all watched the whole thing, but he was like, "Look, take a vacation. Take a vacation on me." And I'm like, "Look, somebody told me to take
I
a
want to
vacation."
run it back. I want to run it back with my guys. We suck this year, but I'm gonna run it back with the same guys.
He was like, "Yo, first of all, Steve Bisciotti's a cold dude." People say, "Is this dude from the mafia?" It's like
that's because he with that slick back hair and that trench coat all the goddamn time.
Exactly. You never trust nobody with slick back. I've been watching Sopranos, and he was just like, "Man," he said, "How long if Luke would have made that kick? How long would Harbaugh still be here? A week?" I said, "Oh."
So,
like,
you're pretty much saying the right was on the wall regardless.
Yeah, you
know. That's Tomlin.
Mm-hmm.
Like he won the game, but it was like, look, man, let's just.
You knew it. You knew both. That last matchup had the juju in the air where you was like, "This is it."
One of them gonna get fired, but it turns out one got fired, the other one resigned. It was probably gonna be that way regardless. So
exactly,
it was going to be the other way. So Mike Tomlin probably would have got fired, and they probably would have asked John Harbaugh to step down.
Yeah, because I think even the Steelers, they probably want to maybe keep it a little tradition. We don't fire coaches, whatever. Sure. So I still think they probably told him, "Hey, let's
buddy,
frame it this way." You know,
right?
We can look good. We create the Rooney Rule. We can say we didn't fire the black coach.
There you go.
They don't want no bad PR.
That makes sense. Makes sense. Totally.
Look, Bisciotti out here handing out free vacations. He can come holler at me. I'm pretty sure he can pay me 7 figures. Add another zero. He's a billionaire, and I could be a better
you go away for a while.
Players coach. I can coach the players on how to do media. Well, I can media train. That's the word. I did it. I trained some of the best doctors.
That means you have to work with your boy. You want to say his name?
Yeah, nah.
What's his name?
What's the nah? Everybody giving Chad Steele's previous. Okay. Yeah,
what's his name again?
Yeah, your boy Chad Steele.
Him and I did work together.
Brother of Sage.
We did work.
And I worked with Sage, and she was nice. Even in like she saw you off campus at the Walmart parking lot, she spoke. What happened, man? What happened?
She caught a little heat too. Anyway, it's fine. But ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for this evening. I hope we answered the question, and I hope we left here with a bit more clarity about what's going to happen. But the more important thing is we're leaving here excited about what's going to happen next. And goodness gracious, fellas, we're old men, but this is fun. We feel like kids again. You know, this is one of you guys owe Triple H an apology. I'm not saying it's you, Brother Hugh. I'm not gonna say who it is, but it's because you guys have been real impatient. Y'all been talking about there's no black stars. Y'all been saying this foreign booking.
I'll save it to see when Rhea over Femi debut.
And all I'm saying is like, yo, I feel like he listens at least, even if he pretends that he doesn't.
He said, "Look, I'm not racist."
That's more than some people probably would do. And I'm not saying who some people are, but I'm just saying
he tried to ruin the WrestleMania set for me.
Well, he
specifically told him. We all told him I didn't want to see it. He said, "Well, this is a spoiler. We selling the section on the stage." God dang it, Triple H.
Yeah,
Paul.
Yeah, I'll text him later. But I think when you guys, somebody owes him an apology. I'm not saying it's you, Brother Hugh. I'm just saying somebody owes him an apology. But it's okay. Because, if he doesn't get an apology, you can still follow us on all of our social media platforms at Wrestling Realm. Subscribe to our Patreon, our Twitch, and our YouTube at youtube.com/Wrestling Realm. Follow Championship Culture on Instagram at Championship Culture _. And I think that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. We had a good show. I think this was good. Throughout the week, first of all, shout out to you, Brian H. Your social media prowess has definitely helped elevate the views of the show from the day that it stops to the point to like the next show. I'm like, wow, these social media clips have definitely made a huge difference as far as that is concerned.
The real work begins in post, baby. That's what they taught us in production school.
Well,
Pat McAfee.
Well, for all you wrestling fans out there, stay wrestling fans. Don't change. Enjoy yourselves. We're going to come back next week because I'm sure something else funky is going to happen. But until then, we out of here. Enjoy yourselves. We gone. Peace.
Houston, we have a problem.
For all exclusive shows and bonus material, subscribe to our Patreon channel at patreon.com/thewrestling_realm. You can watch all of our Wrestling Realm content anytime on youtube.com/thewrestling realm.